Today's Speedy Graffiti Poor Dirty Word series is lawyers. I googled flamboyant lawyers and I found this dude. His name is Jerry Spence. He's actually 90 years old. He was born in 1929. And I'm reading from the beginning of Wikipedia. He is a trial lawyer. He was a member of the American Trial Lawyers Hall of Fame because he has never lost a criminal case either as a prosecutor or a defense attorney. And he has not lost a civil case since 1969. So I did make a video about jury duty, and it was a painting of the Speedy Graffiti Poor Dirty Word series. I spoke a little bit about talking to your attorney in that video, but today I'm going to concentrate just on lawyers and your experience with them and how you can improve your relationship. And this is all my opinion. This is not, fact, just my opinion, but I think I can help you because I've had a few experiences and I wish I had maybe known some of this during that time. So the first thing is, right up front, to say to your attorney something along this line: please represent me to the best of your ability. And that way he knows you're expecting the very best from him and he can't schlep or anything. He will make sure he gives you the best representation. Another thing you can talk about is callbacks. When will you call me back? No, not when. You will ask or demand or request, I want to call back within a day, maybe 2 days, but not 3 days, not 1 week, not 2 weeks. Because if you're in a trial or have a case going on, no matter what it is, there's a lot of anxiety for you. So you definitely want, him to call you back. And if it's a long case, then say you would like a weekly call. Now you probably have to pay for the call. So if you don't want to pay for the call, just to keep an update, then you'll have to decide, when you would want to call back. And hopefully he'll abide by that because, you are paying him to represent you. Another thing is, one lawyer told me that his clients didn't get any money because the money that was paid for some case against a nursing home, the lawyers get paid first. And he said, I have to tell my clients they're not getting any money, but he seemed kind of proud of it. And so that's another thing. You may not get any money. Lawyers get paid first. Also, if you speak with another attorney while you're being represented by your own attorney, he can drop you legally. You're not allowed to seek other advice. So that's why right up front, if you say, represent me properly, meaning give me advice, tell me what to do. Now, you can have a plan yourself. You can decide, this is how I want it to proceed, but he should also, he or she, I'm saying he, but whatever the attorney is, that lawyer can tell you, I can't proceed as you want because it's not either legal, I don't think you'll win or whatever. So another thing is, when you're in court, whether it's for custody, a criminal case, a civil case, you don't have to answer yes or no to a question. If the question is asked as yes or no, you can answer it another way. You don't have to say yes or no. I mean, I suggest answering in a complete sentence and, not just yes or no. And my lawyer for my custody case years ago said, don't say honestly or to be honest with you. You don't want to use those words because it almost looks like you're trying to convince people that you are being truthful. And it's just, that was his telling me that. I don't know. I guess you could say it. It's not against the law. Also, you can ask, if you're being questioned by another attorney, you can ask to repeat the question or clarify the question. If you don't understand a question, don't be intimidated by these people because they're just people like you. They happen to sit their ass in college a little bit longer, maybe 8 years or whatever it takes to get the law degree. So another thing before we go on to the painting, and again, I hope that you'll know that you can click ahead if you don't want to listen. So that's what I'm saying now after the fact. I'm surprised how many people don't want to give you advice on legal issues. And I mean that you can't be giving legal advice. You're not an attorney. So they're like, well, I can't give legal advice. Well, you're not giving me legal advice. You're not an attorney. So how can you give me legal advice? What you could tell me is a law that you might know of that would help me. You can direct me to go Google it. But there's a lot of people now that seem to want to apologize or just be afraid to tell you, well, I don't know. Well, today I'm giving you my opinion and I'm telling you some of my experiences so you don't have to suffer with bad representation or losing a case. And that's what it is. We're either going to win or lose, and it's maybe not that important to win or lose, but it's important that you're heard. Everybody has a right to be heard. So that's about it. I know there's some other things that I could say, and this could go on and on. And if you have any comments about law or your experiences, please leave them in the comments section. I do read all my comments, and I appreciate that you're watching. Let's move on to the painting now, and I hope you enjoy it. Hello, my wonderful YouTube viewers. Happy birthday to you if you have a birthday this week. Using my beeswax candle. All right, today is a Speedy Graffiti pour, Lawyers. And I'm using the same technique where I write on the canvas after I make a pour and then I tilt it. So I wanted to show you these dots on the bottom of usually a bag of chips or other, packaging. You can also find these on fabric. They're colors, printers blocks. Of course, these are circles. Sometimes you'll see them more like in a square. But these are the colors that the printer uses to keep the colors consistent when they're printing the labels. And by the way, these are the chips I eat. I'm not endorsing them. I'm just saying I eat these instead of the other Doritos. This chip does not have MSG in it, although it does have natural flavors, but it actually doesn't have the MSG, and my husband can't have MSG. So I don't eat it either. But today I'm using the color blocks from the Scott toilet tissue paper. Now read between the lines. I'm doing a painting on Lawyers and I'm using the colors from toilet tissue. I hope you watched my little rant on Lawyers right before this painting. I'm going to use the open cup technique, and I'm using the toilet paper rolls. 3, because most lawyers don't call you back for 3 days. So this is to reference, if you go back and listen to some words I have to say, it'll help you if you need to hire an attorney. My opinion, okay? My opinion. You don't have to agree. All right, so I'm going to start the painting. All of my colors have Artist Loft silicone, and I've actually added a hair polisher. So I have 2 different types of oil in each cup, except for the white. And I found that tip from Online Painting School, which I love her work. It's so pretty, the colors. Put some around the edges. All right, so I have colors all lined up here, and I'm going to follow pretty much the color prints of, there's the colors again. I'm going to have 3 toilet tissue rolls, so I'll put the yellow, green, and blue, the red, I guess some blue and purple, and then gray mixed with everything. but it's not really mixing, I'm just layering. So I'm going to try this. This is actually the first time I've been doing this technique. I would like to maybe put a drop of silicone in each and maybe just go around a little bit. So one drop, 1 or 2 drops. This silicone is thin, but I like it better than the treadmill. I'm getting, you know, better results. And I really like the hair polisher. So put a couple drops and just, you know, spread it around. All right, so I'm going to start. I have my reference here of the colors. And most of these colors are color inspiration. So yellow, blue, I mean that's the green rather, and some of the blue. And this darker blue is metallic. I don't know if you can see that. It's metallic mixed with another blue. So when I have paint left over, I just use it for the next pour if I can, because I like to not waste paint rather. So some pink. I put some darker blue in here. Whoops, sorry, I just hit the camera. Sorry about that. And the blue. And I think I'm going to actually add a little bit of this is a metallic gray. And then I'm going to take purple-ish, a reddish purple, and more metallic. And actually, I don't really want to put too much gray in anything. I need to add some more greenish, and it's coming out. All right, so I'm just going to move these around now. I think I said the last one I would put all the colors, so there we go. How about that? And I'm making a mess, but I like to work fast because it works better for my brain. Because you really can't control the outcome on this. A little bit you can. All right, so you can see the colors are coming out. And I think I want to add a little bit of blue here. And let's see what we get. I think I see some fractals. All right, so here we go. Let's add the white around. Help it spread out a little better. All right, we're just going to take it up and move it just a little bit. Going to move it around a little bit. I'm going to write the word lawyers with a gray. I've mixed up different grays with some metallic. So I'm just going to tilt this a little bit. And I see, if you look, got a lot of blue here and the pink. So I don't really want it split, so I'm going to try to move it around in a circle. All right, so I'm going to take this gray. I have silicone in this and hair serum. You can see some of the cells are popping up. And I have to find my torch. Oh, I see it. Hold on one second. All right, so I'm going to write the word lawyers. I think this time I'm just going to go across this way. Let's make sure I spell it right. And I just put a little S there. I kind of ran out of space. Okay. I actually like this gray I mix. It's a brown with some gray metallics. Let's see. I don't know about you, but I like it when some of the color does not go over the edge. It's kind of neat, because that's pretty over here. So I actually don't know what I want to do with all this. Might just set it down, give it a torch. I see some cells popping up. It's really pretty. I like it, but I don't know if I like the gray stuff, but that's okay because it did what it wants to do, right? Not sure if I'm going to have too much paint. That's another thing. I have had some problems with cracking, especially the white paint, so I've tried to make the white a little bit thinner. I just take that over and then bring it. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to step back and just look at it. I'm going to let you go. I'll take a final picture after this and see how, let me pull this in a little bit. There we go. So we can see the L and the A. The technique is not to keep the letters there necessarily. The technique is just to add some interest and see what happens. I mean, the paint's not alive, as we know, but I just feel like it does what it wants to do. And this is the final outcome. And this is really pretty in here. And there is a little bit of the glitter paint in the darkest of the blue, so you can see some sparkles, but not too much. It's just enough to give it some interest, and it's really kind of pretty. I like it. So great. I thank you so much. I hope you'll return. I'm going to be making some more videos of this SPEEDY Graffiti and also the Delphi case, and more with the Dulce case. So thank you. I love you guys. See you next time.